Hey, what's going on these back roads and these paved streets? It is your girl Keisha, and you already know I am a homesteader. Today I will be building a biker camper. And the reason why I'm building this biker camper is because I met this guy that's down on his luck, right? He's living out on the streets, and I just want to help him out. I end up that day meeting him because I'm going to go get a hitch put on my SUV. And then I had almost just enough change. I think I had maybe $6 extra, and I end up giving it to him. And I left there and I was like, dang, I wish I could have done more, you know. And I got to thinking later on, I was like, actually, I can do more because I may not have a whole lot of money, but I do have a special set of skills. And I use those skills to build a biker camper. I end up getting half off of the install anyway. So I guess God blesses those who bless others, right? So a couple of things that I wanted for the biker camper is, yeah, I wanted to be able to stand up in it. I know it ain't mine, but like, no one wants to be like hunched over the whole time. You can't stand up if you wanted to. Also, I wanted a bathroom, because if there's no bathroom, then he has to, leave out of there, even if it's raining or something. And then he has to go, try to find somewhere to relieve himself. And a lot of people, they're nasty and mean, and they won't allow, them to come in their establishment and maybe like relieve themselves. That was another thing. I wanted him to be able to use the restroom. And then one more thing is I wanted a kitchen, just a place, where he could, prep and all that good stuff. If he was making something like maybe cold, like salads or cutting up fruit or something like that, but he could cook in it. I just wouldn't recommend it because, it's a very enclosed space. So with that being said, let me show you what I've done and how I've done it. I traced out my wood and got ready to cut, and then I realized that, hey, Keisha, you don't have it even plugged in. So I plugged it in and got right to work. So what I did was I cut the wood out, and then once I got finished cutting the wood out, then I got ready to frame it. So you're probably wondering, hey, you know what? Why 2x6s? Isn't that overkill? Well, not really, because I'm using the space in between the floor joists for storage. He can store food, clothing, or whatever.
She rose in a dawn with a trunk full of coats, one dented thermal and a list of new hopes. Under the church awning, she sits folding chairs, says if there's room for pain, there's room for prayer.
So I got all the floor joists put in place, 16 on center. Need to put some kind of waterproof barrier on the bottom too.
She knows every name, every bruise, every scar, every small hard mile that got him this far. One more chair, pull it near. One more chair, you belong here. She builds a home from what they give.
Alright, I got 2 layers on there. You see, it doesn't quite go all the way to the end, so I had to double up on both sides. And there it goes, to insulate the camper. All right, it's a little dirty, so I'm gonna clean it off. It's been outside for a minute. I need to take the rest of them and put them indoors somewhere. That one right, it also got a little nick in it, but hey, we're gonna make it work. Cat's crazy. Now she biting on the brick. I'm going to use these green things so that the staples will not go through. I'm cutting out a hole in the bottom of this for the shower. I had these spare pieces of wood. I'm trying to just repurpose things again. So this one right here has a couple little screw holes in it, which is fine. And this one right here doesn't have anything in it. And that's gonna go on the bottom. Alright, this right here is roofing felt. So I'm gonna take the felt and put it over here because this right here, this wood is not waterproof. So this acts as a waterproof barrier for the bottom. What I did right here was the green things were to keep the screws from going through. A good friend of mine uses pennies as washers. And I said, I've never seen anyone destroy money. And he said, well, it's cheaper than buying washers. And I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I'm with you when you're right. But I still didn't have the heart to drill through a penny. But anyway, this is what it looks like. And that's what it's going to look like on that side when I get done. Y'all know I'm gonna have to do like a whole video on cleaning out this shed because it looks a hot mess, period. Okay, so this right here is the frame. Darn door. But anyway, I was trying to get a little light in here. But anyway, this is the frame. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna have to change a couple of things. Like this piece right here should have never been cut, because I think I need a wider piece, like the piece on this end right here. I think I'm going to put one right here. And I'm really thinking, should I put one right here too? Just going to go all out and change those two and cut another piece of wood separately. All right. Well, let me go ahead on and get that done as well. Yeah. We did that. I am putting these strips so that it acts kind of sort of like a hurricane strip, where the wood won't be pulled apart in case, you know, we hit a major turbulence or a big old bump in the road. And another thing is, when I was stapling this down, I reached under and the nails were going through. So that left me with another dilemma, which means that I had to go through and hammer each one of those nails flat, or should I say staples. As you can see, I got all the straps on, and the ones that you don't see are on the opposite side. Now that I have both walls built, now all I got to do is insulate. At first I was going to just put the insulation over the frame, and now I think I'm just going to put it in the end slots because I'll save space that way and it won't be sticking out so far.
Thought it'd be golden, crossing the line and don't look back. Think I was broken, I needed some time to clear my head. 'Cause I've made all the mistakes and I've dealt with the heartbreaks, but I think that I found my way. 'Cause I've been sinking like a stone, Carolina, take me home. Nothing's ever really broken, I won't let you go. 'Cause I'm finding my way right back to you. I'll find my way back to you. I see a river floating its way out to the sea.
All right. So that installation went in pretty easy. Standing out here, I realized at first I was freezing cold. I had to have a jacket on in the morning time because I'm allergic to wasps. He tried it, but anyway, he threw me totally off. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think what was I talking. Oh, yeah, it's hot. So it's cold in the morning, hot in the evening now. And so I just need to figure out some kind of way for them to keep cool. I'm going to insulate it really well. You saw that the bottom is well insulated. I'm going to insulate the walls, and I might do like another little thin coat of insulation on the outer wall. Yeah, the outer wall. And hopefully that'll, do pretty well, and the fan will be more than enough, especially if they can park somewhere where it's shaded. I'm going to use this board right here for the interior wall. This is like the material that the teacher writes notes on, like that kind of material. Something I realized while cutting this board is I should have flipped it on the back side because it's leaving smudges. So, and then I don't even know what happened right here. But anyway, scratching it up, scuffing it up. So on the next piece, I know to turn it around and cut it from the back side, because this is what the back side looks like. This piece I cut off, and that is what the back side looks like. And I don't care if they get scuffed up. So lesson learned.
Going back to my old hometown, picking up the years I leave behind. Getting in my car, I drive as memories fly by.
I'm going to use screws to screw it down, because I don't want to put the wood glue on there, because what if they have to ever replace it? That is going to be a mess, hard to get off. We are just going to screw it down.
Driving by the fields I used to run through, where you were chasing me. We were riding out under the bleachers when no one could see. Oh, sweet memories of a town I loved, but oh, changed when you left. I keep on asking myself in my mind, were you the one that got away? Moved a few times but ended up in Nashville. Tried to settle my restless soul. Got a job that felt like forever when I met you.
I got this piece of wood out of the yard. It's a little dirty. Wipe it off and we'll be all good. This will be perfect for the two pieces that I need to get cut. I'm trying to use all scrap pieces and things that I already have, because I'm trying to keep the project down pretty low. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I stay on budget. I'm just gonna go ahead and pre-put them in the hole. The them I was talking about are the actual screws. Go around on the other side. It is getting dark. I don't know if y'all can tell. As y'all can see, I forgot to trim off this side right here. So I need to do that before I put this on. And it's getting dark. So let me throw these glasses on and hurry up. Y'all, I became a whole pro at this thing in one day. Okay. You know, of course I had to build a cabinet just so that he'll have somewhere to store his food. He'll be able to wash dishes and, you know, cook and whatnot. So a cabinet was much needed. Remind me to never use these brackets again. Kelly. Okay, so let me show you what I did, how I messed up right here. As you can see, one, I made the cabinet, but it's too tall. So it's going up past the wood. Because I had to put this piece on the back, it moved this up. Yeah, so when it comes down to the room inside, it's going to give me a shorter, I mean, it's not by much. So I'm going to lay in there and I'm going to see how much room did it actually take. It was so uncomfortable laying across these boards, I had to hurry up and get up. So I'm like 5'3", so I'm not a giant. I'm bite-sized. Most people do not sleep straight. They sleep in the fetal position. So I feel like it'll be enough room. I was trying to make it 6 feet. Because the guy, I can tell you right now, he's not 6 feet tall. So I'm probably crying over spilled milk here. Oh, but then I still have to cut this wood down, which is going to be a you-know-what. That means I have to disassemble it and then cut it down, and it's going to be fun. Never easy. It's always something. I don't know how I did that. That's crazy. I'm going to shave that top down, and then I'm going to cut a notch out of the wood right here and then push it back in, and then that should solve all my problems and I can quit complaining. What I did was I cut it down, and so that way, and then put that notch in there so I can still have it flush with this part right here, and I don't lose that leg room that I wanted so bad. In order to get this even, I'm gonna have to mark from the top, measure down where I want it to land on each one of these boards, so I'll know exactly what the height needs to be on both sides to put this tin in place. So as you can see right here, it's not completely covering the wood all the way. Uh-oh. So that's when the corner piece comes into play. Before I could install any tin on this side or the back side, I had to put the cabinet in place and secure it to the frame. I forgot to put the insulation back in there. I don't want to take any inches away from where the closet is going. So therefore, I'm using that thinner material. I may have to use some butyl tape just so when I screw it down, it'll actually look, it'll be, tight. About no little critters. What was that? Oh, chicken. I don't have to worry about any critters, getting under there and, getting in the inside. So that is the plan. That butyl tape is a little expensive, but I have some because, I'm going to be working on my camper next. So this right here is the butyl tape. Hopefully it's still some good because it's been in the shed for a minute. So this is what it looks like. Do you see all this storage? He'll be able to put his stuff down through each one of these floor joists. I'm going to cut the wood up into several sections instead of just one solid piece because, like I said, each individual slot will be storage. So, therefore,
instead of picking up the whole floor, which would be very hard, I'm cutting it in sections so it'll be easier for him to lift up each section to put what he needs to put in it and get what he needs to get out of it. I think this is a great way to keep everything off of the floor and put it inside of the floor, if that makes sense. This right here is going to be the closet. Kitchen sink will go right there. And each one of these are hidden compartments where storage can be held. I know y'all know I got a thing for hidden compartments. I don't know what it is. The one thing I hate about biker campers that I've seen is you can't stand up in them. So right here I'm installing some razors. I just have to have headroom, so I'm figuring that he would appreciate some headroom as well. Okay. So I literally put this thing right here on here so it wouldn't move. I mean, and look, it's like all over here. Like I can put my whole finger under there. Shoot. I am applying a spray adhesive to this board so that I can put this insulation down. And let me say another thing. So I know that on here it looked like I was putting the board on the wrong way, and I was. But I did eventually figure out that I was doing that, and I flipped it back over to the right side, which was totally hilarious. So I'm out here and it's hot today. I think it gets up to like 80 today, and it's pretty hot. And I have on a sweater, and I did this on purpose because I got on sweats. I did it on purpose because I was just trying to see if they're in here and it's hot, will it be too hot for them to stay in here? So let me just show you that the door's not on, and then I have this tarp up right here where I gotta put this part in, and then I have a fan going, and you know, and I'm still cool. So, and then the fan is just on the floor. The fan that I'm ordering is actually going to be on the ceiling. So, like, with it on the ceiling, like it should be like 10 times as cool, you know. Ooh, 10 times as cool as it is right now. So now I am going to advise them that if it's really hot outside, I'm going to go with 70, what would be the number, 75 and above, that they should not be in here. Now he grown. You know, he is free to do whatever he wants, but just, you know, for my peace of mind, I'm gonna tell him, you know, if it's too hot, do not stay in here. Even though it is pretty cool in here with the top on, and it's not even all the way on, the tarp on, and it's not even all the way. You still got, you know, at the top here. Where is it? Oh, I don't know if I'm doing it right with my camera. I can't see what I'm pointing at. That part is open where it's beaming in sun, and like I said, the door is open. Now I'm cutting up wood for the window. So this is the frame that I made for the door, and this right here is my little window, and these are my two side pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this window and set it down, and then put this piece over here. It's hard to do this with my hand, but it's basically going to be this piece right here. And let me get the other one. And it ain't going to be crooked, so I'll be able to see. Oh, okay, there we go. This is the entire thing. Before I can install the door, I definitely have to cut away this tin.
so that the door will fit properly in its place. I'm just curious, can a person fit through this window? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. If they don't, I think a man could. Women, we might not be able to do it. I forgot I had to put the hinges on, so I had to peel. Hold on, let me move back. Do the rock over. Lean back. Okay. So anyway, I had to. I forgot about the hinge, so I had to peel this shell back. The door's gonna go up versus swing out to the side, and that way it's kind of like it acts as like an awning almost. If he wants to prop the door open, and the reason why I'm putting it behind the shell is so no one can break into it and get behind. I mean, get to the screws that are in there, and then of course, the piece is going over the front of the door. So by something going over the front of the door is going to cover up these screw holes. And I'm using this right here. I don't know if y'all know what this is. I didn't cut it up, but I have another one. And it is a mud flap. It's what they use for tires on 18-wheelers. And this is going to be my door. This stuff is strong. And once I paint it, it's going to be so cute, I think, on this door. Those are my visions. I don't know. I'm hoping it's going to look good, I think. In my opinion, after I paint it and clean it up real good. I've already cut some of it up, as you can see. I have to cut out the part in the middle. Now, this is going to be the hard part. You see, in the middle of this door is where a window is going to go. So, I have to make sure that it's lined up just right so that I'm able to open and close the window with no force or resistance. Okay. All right. So I traced it on the back and I just have to cut this outline out and I should be good to go. I'm going to use this right here to drill a hole because I'm going to use my jig in order to cut it out. Now that's a sexy hole right there. I mean, it is done to perfection. So this is what it looks like. Now I have to sand and paint that. This is the finishing results and I think it is gorgeous. Gorgeous with these ridges. When I paint it, I think that is going to look so freaking cute. Y'all know I love a modern look. Modern look. Okay. Ma'am, do you want to come out of there? Get out a deal. Say, I like this spot, mama. It's nice in here. Nice and spacious. Me and all my friends got. Hey, I got carpet in here. I already got a vacuum. Get out of there. I put some screen on here. You can see the screen. And it's screen on here so that mosquitoes get in when the windows lit up. I just put a little thin line all the way around.
So, because I'm gonna put some screws in it. Put in these because most people have a screwdriver, but most people don't keep a socket. So, and even so, they still gotta get past the wood and whatnot. But we just gonna make it a little harder. After getting that done, of course, I had to install some corner strips. One, to make it more appealing, and another thing is to keep water from getting down through those cracks. That was a thicker metal, so it was really hard to cut through. So there it goes. As soon as I got finished drilling this down the roof, actually, I realized, ooh, I should have put a layer of caulk. So I had to take it back up, apply the caulk, and then drill it right back down. That was on me because it should have been done the first time. I don't know how I missed that step. You guys, I have my paint goes here shirt on, ready to tackle this camper behind me because I'm so ready to get it to him. I'm so excited. I really, really hope he likes it. I hope he accepts it first, but I really, really hope he likes it. Doing this has made me realize that I have a couple of screw holes that I need to, patch up. I'm gonna have to do that too. So I'm gonna have to wipe it down, let it dry, put the caulk in the little screw holes that I previously had in here because this was used. Everything on here is mostly recycled. I'm trying to think, what did I pay for? I don't know. But anyway, most of this stuff on here is recycled. So therefore, it's like gently used. Sun is trying to come over this way. But anyway, it's gently used. So therefore, I'm going to have to patch those holes up. So, that being said, it's going to take even longer than I thought it would. So, as you can see, there's a hole right here.
Mud on her boots, sun on her hands. She stacks that frame with a stubborn plan. One more wall, one more nail. She keeps going when the work gets stale. She learned from the rain how to hold her ground. Built a door for the hurt, then she shut it down. No one gave her gold, no one gave her grace. So she made a warm light in a hard old place. Brick by brick, she made a home. Brick by brick, she stood alone. Little by little, she changed that land. Brick by brick, with her own two hands. Brick by brick. Porch swing sways in the heavy air. Fresh white trim and a split rail stair. She found the cracks and filled them in. Put her name on the door, let the good come in.
I'm inside of the camper. And plenty of room in here, like too much room in here. Well, not too much. You can never have too much. But like this whole side right here. Like I can put this whole toolbox on the side of me. It's a smaller little toolbox. So this side right here, I'm gonna try to keep things off the floor, like make, you know, the storage or whatever, make it where it's nothing on the floor. So, you know, this just stays, you know, clear where he can walk through. And so I gotta be cautious of what I do put in here. But I think there's enough storage in here to suffice. Yeah, plenty of storage in here. And I love that I can stand up in here. Let's do it. Let's stand up. And as you can see, I have plenty of headroom. Alright, only thing I got left is to tack this part right here up. And of course I gotta get the wheels put on. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the wheels. Still haven't figured it out because the guy that I wanted to get to weld it, he is backed up. So I still gotta figure out. Hey, I'm filming here. Cut it out. So I gotta get the wheels put on right there. Let's see. But other than that, I think we're good to go.
A tailgate down in a red dirt lot, mud on the boots and a long hard clock. Boss man called, said the fence broke through. I said I'll be there by 2.
This is the infamous sink. Yeah, that's where I took the bowl out. Hopefully that hole doesn't get in the way, but if it does, we're gonna do some engineering and get it where it looks decent. So let me go ahead on and get that done.
A hammer in a truck bed, cold sweet tea. My old dog riding shotgun with me. Ain't much talk, just a nod and grin. Once I start up, I dive right in. Sun on my neck, dust on my hands. I don't slow down, I do what I can. Get it done, get it done. Keep it rolling till the work gets done. Get it done, yeah, I was born to make the hard part run.
It ain't as tight in here as I want it to be. See, that's like a little bitty baby gap. I don't like that. But I'm gonna fill it in. Don't even worry about it. So anyway, now I gotta cut a hole in the top for the sink to fit off in.
Mama said, boy, don't you cut that corner. Daddy taught me how to stand a little longer. If the road gets rough and the night gets mean, I just lean in and keep it clean. Cheap gas, good friends, and a full heart tank. Grit in my teeth, but I still give thanks. Every mile left, I can feel that call. I don't need much, I just give it all. Sun on my neck, dust on my hands. I don't slow down, I do what I can. Get it done, keep it rolling till the work gets done. Get it done, yeah, I was born to make the hard part run.
I have this tent, but it's broken. It's separated from this right here, and it's broken in another place too. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, right here. So, but the legs are still good, right? So I can use these legs for the camper in order to stabilize it. This came off of a tent, and this is what I'm going to use when I raise up the camper. As you can see, I have the whole thing pent up. Around the tripod. And this is, I put a strip in here and folded it over. Next, I have to do the bottom. As you can see, this has like a little lap over. So the water goes and it runs down in front of this. It flushes down. So instead of putting it in the inside, I definitely have to put it on the outside because we want all the water flowing down and onto here and then onto the ground, if that makes sense. So I'm going to do that now. And then I'll be done with this whole project all together. And then we're going to move on to the wheels.
Saw you by the bus stop bench, shoelace torn, paper cup, rain on your cardboard sign. Still you held your chin up. You asked for change, I asked your name. That small thing broke me clean. I had a coat in my backseat, and you had a night to lean. So I rolled down the window, said, come on, stay for a minute. There's a world past that cold curve, and you're still in it. We can help, we can help. One meal, one hand, one life. We can help. Till the dark lets go tonight. We can help. We can help. No one gets left behind.
Corner store, 2 hot coffees, thermal socks in a sack.
As you can see, I put 3 to 4 inch bolts on each corner and also on this piece of wood, just to give it a little bit more stability by it being so long and so thick. And there's one right there and one right here, and of course in the middle where you saw me drilling, I put regular screws, but they were 3 inch long. And this is what the wheel frame looks like. This is the metal that I'm going to use for the wheels. The welding guy said it would be $40. So it's $10 a cut. And I'm like, I can do it myself. I'm not going to give someone $40. That could be $40 on like a solar panel or something to go on this roof or anything. Like, I'm not going to just give up $40 and I can cut it myself. I didn't want to because, like I said, when I tried to cut it, sparks were flying. And I'm going to have to be honest. This would be my first project that I actually cut metal. So this right here is a thicker metal. So it's not like thin like like sheets of metal or anything like that. It's pretty thick. So I was gonna get it cut, but I guess I'm not anymore because I'm not gonna give them $40. This is the stuff that I bought to weld. So this is the welding smock in this plastic, and then these are the gloves. I have to cut this metal right here. Sparks were flying, so I figured I'd probably need to put me some gear on. So I will be doing that. One piece down. I am drilling this right here down the piece of metal that I cut because I'm going to use that for the wheels, to stabilize the wheels and make sure that they don't go anywhere. So the wheel is just going to fit through one of the slots on this metal. And then I just basically bolt it back down and we are good to go on both sides. I took a screw and added a washer just to secure it, make sure that the screw didn't go through the holes in the middle. And voila, there we go. You see that bad boy spinning? Let me move this one out the way a little bit. This is the bike that my cousin gave me. And we're going to have to give a shout out to her, Miss Gabrielle. We do appreciate you. But the problem is, you see the handlebar is broken. And I found this nice piece right here on the street. So I guess someone's kid was done with it. And they had it out there with a bunch of other baby stuff. But I was wondering if I could use these handlebars. Now, the other handlebar sticks out about this much more than this handlebar. But I don't feel like that's big enough difference for me not to use it. I can spray paint it black. I'm even trying to see if I can reuse this and maybe even put some kind of form of tape or something over it. I don't know. I'm thinking this is probably a plus because he maybe have a basket on the front of it. I think this is a basket holder too, right? For that bar. I don't know. I think a basket could be put on there. I'm going to try to go ahead on and take these handlebars off. I don't think it'll be hard at all because the only thing that's holding it is this piece right here. All I have to do is undo this bolt. And I don't know if I have to undo the bolt back here. But that will then release this bar here. And then all I would have to do is take these. Let's see if I can get a good shot of them. It's kind of maybe an angle. Take these off and then put that on. This is not the handlebar from that kitty bike because I ended up just going ahead on and buying a handlebar. And the reason why I did was because I wasn't sure if that was going to be large enough for a male to ride that bike. And I forgot, y'all, that it was like that little basket bar on the front because this one right here doesn't have a basket bar. So I had already put it on, and really I didn't realize it until I edited the video that first one, the kitty bike, actually had a basket handlebar. But I'm pretty sure they make a basket even for this type of handlebar. All right, so I got the handlebar on. All I have to do is now switch off of the old bar that was broken. These are the brakes, so I have to take these brakes off and put them on to here, both of them, and then I will be done. But yeah, I think, hold on, it's looking like well, it ain't looking like no brand new bike, but it's looking good, way better than it was. It is reveal day. I used this carpet left over from my greenhouse project and it looks great. This is the kitchen area and I also have a closet. I knew the homesteading and garden community would never let me live it down if I didn't get a plant to go on top of this gorgeous desk that I made for this stylish toilet. Believe it or not, this is actually a toilet, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the 3 storage compartments that he has. And this one actually lifts up to reveal the shower. Yes, this is why I cut the hole in the bottom. It's because I needed a shower. I needed to make sure that the water wasn't going to get on any of this carpet and it was going to flow right onto the ground. If you look up, there are clips that clamp the shower curtain, and the water will flow down the shower curtain and right onto the ground. It'll be perfect for when he takes a shower. He doesn't have to worry about anything getting wet. I forgot to tell you guys that I repainted the door and really need to repaint those wheels. Well, I thank you guys so much for watching. I have to figure out how to connect the bike with the camper. That's the only problem I'm really having. So if you guys can think of any way that I can do it myself, because the guy was going to charge me 40 bucks to cut, 4 pieces of metal. So that's like $10 a cut. I can imagine what he's going to try to charge me for a pole to connect to that dang on bike, so therefore, if you all have any ideas, please let me know. If it's something especially I can do myself, I don't mind getting my hands dirty. As you can see, she don't got no problem with that. But with that being said, y'all already know your girl is gonna have to trespass. You have overstayed your welcome, and I'm gonna need you to get off my land. Bye.
Just asking for a friend. Just asking for a friend. Just ask. From the coop to the garden, yeah, we grindin', we been. Memphis to Mississippi, Tennessee, my friend. Building dreams, planting seeds, watch the vibe extend. Just asking for a friend. Hammer in my hand, dirt under my nails. From sunrise to sunset, we tell our tales. Mississippi roots, Memphis in my soul. Building, growing, hustling, we taking control. Say it now. Say it now. Now, Memphis, Mississippi. Clap your hands, stomp your feet, feel the energy. From the soil to the sky, we rise, we ascend. Just asking for a friend. Memphis to Mississippi, can you feel that vibe? Just asking for a friend. Welcome to the journey. Stay blessed, stay fly. Just asking for a friend. Just asking for a friend. Just asking for a friend. Just ask.